Well, today our topic is making a profit from black swans, and we turn to Jerry Haworth of 36 South Capital Advisors. Jerry's Black Swan Fund posted a 234% return in 2008, closed in 2009, but just last week Jerry and his team announced the launching of a new fund called the Black Eyrar Fund, and he joins us now live from our London newsroom. Jerry, thanks so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you on, and I have to say I had never heard that word Eyre before, but it's quite fitting. I'll let you explain.
Yeah, well, Eyrar is just a collective noun for swans. So we felt that that would be a fitting name for a fund, because that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put a whole bunch of options in a fund that hopefully all will benefit in the event of a black swan fund.
Let's define black swan event in your case, or an investor's case. I mean, often we throw this term around to describe any number of events, whether they're natural disasters, geopolitical events, or just market dislocations. But there is a real statistical way of looking at a black swan event.
Yeah, black swan events are normally unexpected events that occur outside the realm of possibility, which is normally statistically defined as 3 standard deviations. And they can be either up or down. So you could theoretically have a black swan even on the upside, although colloquially it's normally a black swan's to the downside.
And Jerry, I pulled up a little graph here, not that I want to do a statistics 101 class to sort of describe what you're saying. Actually, it's a normally distributed curve, and you can see that most events around there, 95+% fall within that range. But where you're focused is sort of on the tail events, which we are now calling black swan events, and whether it's on the upside there or on the downside, making money off of those events.
Yeah, that's right. And, statistically, it's common knowledge that these rare events happen a lot more than the statistics would predict. We have a tail opportunities firm. We basically look for tail opportunities, and we've done so successfully for the last 9 years. So,
Jerry, I'm going to ask you to hold it.
I think the statistics must be right.
I'm just going to ask you to hold it there. We certainly want to hear more about the investment philosophy of the new fund. Jerry, thanks so much once again for joining us. I want to continue the conversation now. I was talking about the Black Eyrar Fund and where you're seeing particular opportunities and what types of opportunities.
Yeah, well, I think we look across all asset classes for the opportunities. The option market it's a huge market. I think notionally it's bigger than the global bond market, and we find that the price of options are always right, but they're often misvalued.
What types of options specifically, Jerry? Are these options on equities, options in all markets, commodities, currencies, interest rates?
Yeah, well, for the Black Eyrar Fund, we'll be looking for options that benefit from either rising volatility or the equity market going down, interest rates going down, commodities going down, or currency volatility lifting.
It was interesting, Jerry. I was reading an interview you had done where you said that black swan cycles last about 5 years, which I thought was interesting because we tend to think of black swan events as being entirely unpredictable. So to suggest that there's a cycle was interesting.
Yeah, I think what you've got to try and do is, if you're looking at, because you're trying to ascertain the value of an option, you've got to sort of come to some rough prediction, the time period between risk aversion events or black swan events. And yes, they can come like in 1997, 1998. They can come one after another, and by definition, black swans are unpredictable. But you also get white swans and grey swans, which are swans that are predictable to some degree. And we feel that those come at least, well, the white swans, the grey swans, the black swans, you can expect one every 5 years.
All right, Jerry, appreciate your insight. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to hearing more about the fund as you start investing. That was Jerry Haworth of 36 South, just launching a new fund called the Black Eyrar Fund after a very successful Black Swan Fund, which they closed in 2009 after a return of 234%.